There we go. Go live. Just pressed it.
Let's go.
We're live. All right, we got to talk about where the fuck are you guys though? Because like I'm streaming, and I'm watching Jordan hit a second shot on. Whatever.
Yeah, I got a streaming too.
Yeah, I got ball in the air on whatever hole this is. Kind of a dart, 15.
I
So
got.
Jordan put it on the green for you. He's got putter in hand now.
I got Podrick putting.
All right, cool. So I'm before you, so I gotta keep quiet. Paul, I don't know what you got.
Podrick just made a putt on 17.
You guys are both ahead of me.
Oh, okay. So Paul, you gotta really be quiet. I gotta
Right.
be quiet, and then Fontaine, when he reacts, we go.
We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Let's while we're watching. I mean, what a day, dude! This course is fucking delivering.
Yeah, it's absolutely delivering. The wind. I just smirking because I had a fight with my brother this morning, Paul. I don't know if I told you this yet, but my brother calls me and we're talking about PGA and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be really windy this weekend. And he goes, oh yeah, no, wind's not gonna be a factor. I go, what do you mean wind's not gonna be a factor? He goes, oh, it's not as important as it was in 2012. Go. What? It's playing 7,800 yards. You're hitting dead into the wind at 10, 15 miles per hour, and it went up to 15.
That's
nuts. I want out of him. I want him. I want him to tell me what the wind was like in 2012. That he knows this week was going to be different from it. Because there's no fucking chance he watched any of that golf tournament in 2012.
You know what he did? He literally probably typed in Google and saw Rory won and saw one of the rounds. He shot a 75 and the wind was up that day. I think average scores were 78. That's probably what he saw and realized like, oh, like it wasn't that bad that day. Or it was really bad that day, but it's not going to be bad these days. I don't know. Either way, Corey Connors didn't seem to have an issue with that today.
Dude.
What?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we actually talked about him in the pre-show. If we didn't, that's a miss on our part for sure.
I mentioned him as,
I mean, it's one of those things where it makes so much sense. Like, no shit, he's dominating. He's been peppering the ball for the last 6 months. He's just been putting like an asshole. And those greens out there are so good. People are like making putts from like everywhere. And the fact that the greens are like that true and like he's the ball striker that he is, like he'll be able to hit it through the wind better than anybody. And because everybody's scrambling so much and not hitting darts in there, like it just brings the field back to him when it comes to putting. And it's just like, it's one of those things. It's like, no shit. And it's like, it's going to be interesting.
Do you guys have the YouTube stream up?
Yeah, I just brought it up right now.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. We got 3 people watching right now.
Is Prev, do you have a laptop or are you just on your phone right now?
I said, did you email Prev the link to this?
I didn't. I didn't. I can.
Yeah, no, do that because that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, so I think he's trying to talk with us, not just watch.
Yeah.
But I just put the link in BogeyProof bio. Let me get the little action here. Get it on the IG.
Anybody surprise you today? I mean, obviously Corey Connors would be the biggest surprise, but
phone could be dicey, Prev. I don't know how this is gonna work. Figure it out.
This course is so beautiful.
Fucking advertisement. Shit.
Phone's working to some extent.
There we go.
Somewhat. You're spotty with
your
video, but it sounds like you're clear with your volume.
Yeah, dude. Course absolutely delivered. I'm just gonna pull up a leaderboard right now and see what goes on with who I think now that Corey Connors is kind of going off, it's taking away some spotlight from this, but Brooks Koepka back.
Oh,
healthy enough.
He's healthy enough.
Healthy enough, dude. Like we definitely talked about him on the pre-show.
Absolutely.
Healthy enough, and this type of golf, this golf course, right up his alley, dude.
Yeah, it really is. Just you got to grind, man. everybody's got that same issue with the wind, so that's not an excuse.
But for him, it doesn't matter. He'll battle.
No, doesn't matter where he is. Like he's just grinding out there in some holes. It's just really impressive to see, and that's what you want. That's what your major champions do is they grind better than everybody else.
Oh yeah,
and did a great job today. He didn't have his best stuff. I mean, first hole, 2 over.
Sketchy first hole. He's out there blading one into the lip of the bunker while Rory's taking a drop still. Like, shot start to the day.
Very shot.
But he literally – what's up, Prev?
We're doing well.
We're talking Brooks here. He literally in his post-round presser, he goes, yeah, he's like, the double, like, yeah, obviously, like, not great, just, like, mental mistake, like, something dumb. But he's like, I'm glad I did it on the first hole because it just kind of kicked me in the ass and got me going, like, earlier than normal. And it's, like, pretty good spin zone there. That seemed to work for him, you know? Like, you got to do that kind of shit.
Connors this week, but, like, I mean, I'm not shocked. The boy can really play, and he's proved it for the last couple of years, I think. He's been a great striker of the ball, and, you know, you never know with these tournaments, man. You never know who's going to come out and they're feeling it and whatever, and he's good. And I just got off the phone with our good friend Brett, and he showed me his lineup, and it's really, really good. And it's such a shame because you just see a Sam Burns withdrawal right at the bottom of it, and there's just nothing. There is nothing worse.
I feel his pain. I'm in that boat with him.
It's a matter of how much exposure do you have of Sam Burns. Like,
is he hurt? Do we have a status update?
He said back injury.
That's what I saw too.
5 over.
Because but they're not going to withdraw. That's not that far outside the.
No, it's not 5 over. You can make do with that.
They're not going to withdraw from a major for no reason.
No.
Ever.
Yeah, it must maybe something weird on the flight over because he was in Dallas. You know, like maybe. Didn't get a good night's sleep, bad flight. I don't know.
Richie Rorinsky grinding on the putting green. That's what I'm watching right now. What am I?
I just saw it.
Is no one here hitting a golf shot?
No, they're
hour of this level.
Hogard.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Richie Rorinsky?
No.
Rasmus Hogard.
Oh God.
Oh God. Did I say this?
Kind of a dart.
How did that Gigo guy play? How did he do?
1 over. 1 over.
Who is this guy? Oh, this is who you're talking about. Rasmus.
Yeah, you're behind.
Yeah, Rhombus.
Rasmus top 10 next week, no matter what. After that show.
He's going back across the pond. He ain't gonna be here.
So what are the downwind holes? Are they 12, 13, and 14? Something
it's like 13 through, or sorry, 6 through 13.
All of them?
14 kind of does this, goes across the wind.
13
and then
all go the same way.
15, 16, 17, 18 is back into going east, back towards the clubhouse.
That's a lot more hole down.
Wind is blowing from the east.
I thought
it depends where you start, right? So, and Brooks said this in his presser too. So if you start on 10, you get 3 holes downwind, and then you go 9 straight into the wind, and then you finish with the other 6 downwind to end your day. But if you start on the front, it goes the other way where you go into the wind for a little bit to start, like 1 through 4 or 1 through 5, and then downwind. Into the wind and then downwind for 9 holes where you can make hay, get a rhythm, get something going, and finish and grind out those last 4 or 5 into the wind.
Also, earlier today, the wind picked up. It was 10 miles per hour, went up to 15. So even that 5 miles per hour made a huge difference. So
and it's like 20 right now with gusts.
And just let his caddy putt. To be honest, I do have Gary a lot this week. I loved him for some reason. I don't even know why. See that shot he just hit?
Woodland.
Sir. Yep.
No, just
he had a dart on one of the par 3s too.
Dart in the par 5.
Jordan's kind of disappointing today.
No, not really.
Get it in there. Oh my gosh, that was rude.
Why is he disappointing to you, Fontaine?
He's like the putter is just not where I expected it to be. To be honest. The ball striking credit, like honestly, if he putted better, he's 1 under 2 under easy, and that's more in the ballpark I had him. Just with how hot he's been the last.
He's an elite putter too, so really, there's no excuse.
Yeah, I guess I should say the whole picture is disappointing. The putting is disappointing today.
Putting's-
Which, if you can just get it in at even, and then the putter wakes up tomorrow, watch out. You know.
So after you guys, I was saying I got out of work, at like noon today, which was just outstanding. So I went and played it. Terrible. But so I didn't get to watch a lot. Tomorrow I'll be watching a lot more. But if you guys had to pick, are you starting on the front or the back?
Front.
I'm starting on the front.
Yeah.
You got to break up into the wind holes, dude. Because like into the wind's such a grind, right? Like you're thinking more. Your misses are extrapolated times a million. 9 in a row like that is just so hard. Where like if you break it up 4 and 5 or however the math works out, like starting on the front, like you at least give yourself like a break where you can get aggressive and stop playing defense. Where if you start on 10, you're playing defense for your 4th through your 13th hole of the day.
And if you start in the back and your head's already out of it, then playing offense is not even what you're thinking about.
On your way back in.
Is Phil going off?
He's 2 under right now. He's tied.
Dude, Phil bogeyed the first 3 or 3 in a row on the front, and then he's like lighting it up since then.
That's just his game, though, where he,
streaky.
He gets hot. Yeah.
He was the leader the other week, right?
He can get hot at any time with the short game.
For sure.
You know what I'm finding too is like
this shot.
A lot of these guys are hitting the greens, but they're not staying on the greens. Like I saw Corey Connors earlier today, put a ball just below the hole, but couldn't stop it. Rolled off the backside, rolled down one of the collection areas and went into mulch. And then he had to chip out of mulch and had some shit shot, missed the putt, and made bogey.
Are they playing all the bunkers as waste areas this week too?
Not all.
No rakes.
No rakes. The other thing with that runoff tees like you're talking about, all the greens, if you notice, and they've done a pretty good job with the camera angles, they're all up. Like you can never run anything into it. They're all just like popped up. So when you miss, it has these roll offs like crazy. I've seen a few times where a guy gets a little too aggressive with a chip or misses on the wrong side a little low, and all of a sudden it runs off, and then falls off a cliff down to the bottom. Which is just like when you're downwind hitting an iron shot in, right? Like front pin, you're like, I got to make sure I get it up there. And if it's a skinny green and you roll off, now you're down the back and you got one of those, like, you got to pump it in the hill, pop it up kind of chips. Like, it's just a super hard golf course. I mean, Bryson said it's literally the hardest golf course he's ever played on the PGA Tour today.
Yeah, that's what you want to hear when you have him on DraftKings.
I mean, he grinded and shot even. So, like,
yeah, that's what you want to hear is the hardest golf course and he shot even today. He played average.
I thought a couple things, and I saw this on Twitter, and it definitely increased my Bryson stock, and credit to No laying up a little bit for this as well. But some guy threw a ball in the rough, and it like sat up kind of, and I was like, I like that. That's what I want to see.
The problem is it goes from rough to waste so fast that like when they miss all the way in the waist more often.
Is this like the hardest course on earth?
Like, it's
with wind,
exactly. It's just because it's on the coast. If you put this course in like Idaho or North Dakota, they shoot 7 under, 8 under each round, and it's like 24 the winning score.
It's not too bad.
Plop it on the ocean like this and get the wind cooking, like we talked about the other night, like a consistent 10 to 15, and then God forbid a gust comes in, you're in the 20s. Like it's just so hard.
I mean, it's not harder than Shinnecock, but
we are getting 20 plus gusts tomorrow, by the way. So
I hope we all get a chance to go back to Shinnecock at some point, because let me tell you something, that place is just majestic.
Yeah.
But
a lot of golf courses we got to get to.
Yeah. Look at Gary, baby. Wow, what is
what's the TJ with the weather over there? You're the weatherman this week. Is it going to be calm winds in the morning, so we're gonna have like the same type of thing going into tomorrow, where like
it'll pick up a little bit.
That's true. It's always dicey,
because Corey Connors, if he has some calm winds tomorrow, or like Koepka and a few of the other guys that got off kind of like Keegan, Victor,
I wouldn't project tomorrow being like that. I think Saturday is your day where you might get calm to start. It's just so damn hard. Like, even if you have With you watching Phil Pro?
No, Gary. See that shot?
Gary.
Oh my God, he striped that ball.
Gary just hit a laser.
The only issue with
Did you
like
see that
wind
twirl on that one, man?
because
One-hander.
it can change any moment. So,
Dude, I love
Yeah.
how Gary Woodland hits a golf ball, man. I love it. I love Gary.
He just hits little, just piss missiles.
He's low key
you
one of
saw
my
my
favorite
17
players
there?
on the tour.
Oh, Phil. Oh. Wow.
Was it good?
How bad is Rom playing?
Dude, they haven't showed anybody from that group. Rom, Fleetwood, and
Yeah, where's Tommy?
Yeah, where's
Rom,
Tommy?
Fleetwood, and somebody else. They're not even showing.
18 so
Awesome group too. It's like the second featured group on ESPN Plus.
What is it?
Boys, what are we sipping on right now as we kick off our weekends here?
I'll go first. We got a little, again, vodka lemonade, Dogfish Head King cocktails. That's what we tend to drink here on this crew. Look at the color. It's refreshing. Nice.
There,
Got
I'm right on cue. Rom just hit it in the stadium tent. Oh my gosh.
Cam Smith, come on, let's go.
Wow, that was
Get your head out of your ass.
TJ, that was the old water boy. Go left. Way left.
Way left.
Oh, there's Cam Smith.
I'm trying
Let's go.
Sam Adams Porch Rocker, and
little porchers.
I thought it was gonna be better, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed
Jamie
here.
Flanagan, if you're out there, you would be upset to hear that.
Yeah, I
you
thought
disappointed me.
it was just hyped up so much.
That
It's
is
the first time I'm
terrible.
trying them. I just thought they were gonna be better. I don't
Oh
know.
goodness.
I'm not a big lemon guy either, so
I'm riding
Here
the
comes
wave with
Bogey.
TJ. Little zig when he zags. He's got the lemonade. I got the vodka soda going. Masters cup. Look at that color. Way better than whatever glass TJ's got going.
This isn't water, so
This is a Dogfish glass. What do you got cooking? What's that mixture?
little vodka,
Vodka
little soda,
lemonade or
little lime
vodka
juice,
soda?
baby.
Ooh, there you go.
Jordan.
Today feels like such a
That's
vodka
just like.
day.
I went
Oh,
downstairs and bought some soda tonight too because I was gonna do vodka sodas for this, and then I was like, we'll get a dogfish in there.
Dude, 606 yards.
Into the fan.
Jordan's gonna duck hook this in the woods or the water. Oh my God, he striped it. Look at that beauty.
I guess because of the wind, they had to build this course out so long, where if they tip it out on every tee, it can play up to 83.
The fairways look pretty
Yeah, I heard that.
They're pretty wide, huh? The fairways, like I feel like they're hitting a lot of them of what I've watched so far. Dude, it is really whipping though, huh?
They're like wide, but like depending on the wind where they hit it changes so much that it can be super wide or super tight depending on the wind.
Hogard?
This course, I mean, Fontaine, I know I brought it up already, but this course really does give me like Shinnecock feels, you know?
Yeah.
Windy, link style, like it's the same.
All the greens being up top too.
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean, obviously, you know, Brooks won Shinnecock when I was fortunate enough to be there on that 18th green. Right? He won it at even par. I mean, that course was aggressive. Let me tell you something. I just basically blown out my hamstring playing softball, and walking the course as a fan was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. So I couldn't even imagine playing.
Yeah.
You know,
look at Phil the Thrill getting in the house at 7th.
Phil is an absolute icon.
To get a over/under for him tomorrow.
78.5.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was
Thank you.
gonna say
it's gonna be
He's not making 7 birdies tomorrow. I'll tell you that right now.
Keeps
How
chomping
many
on that
birdies did he
CBD gum,
make
baby.
today?
7.
He made 7 birdies. Oh my!
4 on the back, 2 on the front with 6 then. 4 on the back, 2 on the front with 4 bogeys.
Look at
on the
that
front.
birdie, bogey, 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 birdie, and then didn't make anything except a birdie. Or is that Jason Day? He just gets no airtime at all anymore. They're just tired of him. Like,
Well, he's
okay, we've had
terrible.
enough of you.
He's the most fragile man on the planet.
I know, but he's still like a relatively relevant.
Honestly, the
golfer.
gust of wind probably fractured a rib today. Wow, that was a pretty fade. Whoever hit the Cam Davis. I don't know who you are. But that was a majestic
Australian
fade
boy.
with long iron.
I'm watching Cam Davis now.
Ken Davis is pretty sick.
Who is that? I have no idea who that is.
I think he's an Aussie boy, isn't he?
I mean,
Ozzy.
Jason Day can't even walk up and down hills without getting like sick.
Vertigo.
Oh, is
Vertigo.
he?
Yeah.
That was
Did
that was one of the
kidding
most
me?
impressive things ever, though. That he legitimately couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
His Earth was
I think he
literally turned
finished in,
upside
like, fourth,
down.
didn't
And
he?
still golfed.
Yeah, was that at Chambers Bay?
Dude,
Yes.
I mean, TJ, that would be like me saying, "Okay, TJ, you're gonna drink 8 shots and then go try to shoot under par at a major championship course. Good luck." Like that's literally, you know.
Yeah,
Please get
unlimited
close.
mulligan.
Oh my God!
You're
he's
gonna drink
so
a
good.
gallon of Skippies and then go compete in a major championship.
I love Cam Smith, man. I love him.
Oh, this is my
Dude,
pick.
he's a fucking bulldog. It's the best.
He is a bulldog. He is a stud. Who is sleeping
John
on Aaron
Robinson.
Wise? Are you gonna keep talking dirty about Aaron Wise?
What was his
I'm
value?
telling you.
74, 75, 73.
I like seeing Vic up there too. Vic, Keegan. Keegan's easy to root for. He's annoying to watch play, but he's easy to root for.
How is he
loves
easy to
G
root for? then?
Reed. We got,
Because I
that's
think-
dude. So that's the rest of this group. It's Reed,
Because he's
Rom,
like a
and
he's like a
Fleetwood.
spaz in front of the ball, but he loves Connecticut. So I give him the benefit of the doubt.
He's a New
He's
Englander.
a Vermont kid.
Yeah.
He's a New
So,
Englander
wait a
and he
minute, we
loves
seen
to
this
travel,
Rombo
so I
shot
give him
right
the
now?
benefit.
Yeah, he's just about to take it away right now.
What are we doing with all the shit directly in front of him?
Play as it lies.
Oh my gosh, I gotta
Is there a
watch.
but, like,
track
how did
band? They
Patrick
just
Reed
slap a
do
track
today?
band down there too for him?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure you get relief from that. He must like his lie. He's like, fuck
Is
it, I'll
that
hit
a
it
track
around.
man, Paul?
That's what
Right
I'm
in
saying.
front of him?
Looks like an iPad.
Oh my God,
just
he's
chilling.
got 230 into this par 4 right now, and he's got he's got
Oh.
iron.
I think that's a track man there. And
Oh, we
it
talked
must not
about
be in
this
his
the
line.
other
Wow. Do you see that bag? Oh my gosh, that bag is insane.
Callaway got a little wild with the bags this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did,
Oh.
huh? I entered that TaylorMade.
Yeah, it's not
giveaway.
his way.
Hopefully I
Oh yeah,
I win.
okay, yeah. Just a bad angle on that first camera. I was like, is he just gonna hit it right through this shit?
Look how small Tommy Fleetwood looks compared to Rom.
I wouldn't stand there.
How did Patrick Reed do today? Do we know?
He's in this
He's
group.
in the
That
group.
was
He's 2 over. I picked Patrick Reed to win the group on the first day, and he's
Fuck.
Rob, go right. Go right.
relax. That's a bogey.
Enough with
shut
that.
Side running away from you. Chip
Yeah.
it to 8 feet. Lip
Par
out.
5.
You know what
That's
though?
not-
Look how padded down that rough is. I'm a little behind you guys. Oh my
18's
goodness.
not a
You
par
hated
5?
that one.
No, 474
Oh,
into the
shit.
win.
All right. I thought it
So
was. I thought it
Keegan
was longer.
today.
That's crazy.
We
Keegan
got
hurt
P.
the
Reed
ball.
with the little medal coming out here.
Jeez.
TJ, I would live bet you
Views are
$10
kinda fire, though.
that Ron makes par from there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's definitely gonna make par. I saw Keegan from 240
I
out.
hope P. Reed snipe hooks this. Oh, that's way out to the right.
No, he's definitely trying to turn this thing, get on the ground and roll.
Yeah, he left it out there though.
He's not coming back right.
That's
Not coming
issues.
back.
I mean, this wind is going so against his shape. I haven't what he's about to hit
Yeah.
on my screen.
Well, he knew if he got it cooking on that wind with his shape, he'd be bouncing it off that Motley Rice LLC tent.
Yeah.
No, right where Phil hit it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Have we talked about Willie Z yet? This kid's a phenom.
Yeah, I know he is.
He's
If only he could
unbelievable.
putt. If he could putt just a little bit, he'd be the best golfer on the planet.
Dude, he's
Well-
deep in the analytics game too.
Settle.
He can't-
Oh God, he's
That was
coming
a
off the
swing?
bunker.
Watch this swing if you haven't seen it.
Oh, he's
Oh.
about to.
Little
I'm watching
shorty.
right now. Not a
Tried
cloud
to
in the
flight it,
sky.
got stuck in the wind.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's that. Yeah.
Low little spinner.
Oh my
Didn't
God! You see
carry
how
it
hard he
enough.
came through that?
See, that's the shit right there. 105 yards. You take wind out of play, it's automatic up and down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Guys, right? You get wind going, now he's got to grind to make par on a par
Yeah,
5.
now
Like
he's grinding. Yeah.
there's actually, and honestly, I can't remember last time I ever saw this in a PGA Tour event. I think at one point today, like through the first, like the morning wave, 2 par 5s were playing over par. You never see that ever on the PGA Tour.
Ooh.
I think it was 2 and
Not these days
15
with the way they hit it.
par.
No way. They're never playing over par. Par 5s are never playing over par.
they're usually like 4.5. Like they're
Yeah,
like 4.5, whatever. Like
Oh,
number 2 and number 15, I think today were playing over par, like around the time the morning wave.
Jordan.
My God, they
And
made us 7. Respect.
That's because they're layups now. Like they're laying up, which they never do anyways, right?
Yeah.
And now they have to lay up with a 4-iron from super far back into the wind and try and just like steer one up there 210 yards. And if you miss it at all, you get up in the wind and now you're in like a waste area and now you got to grind for 5. Like
Ben,
I watched Roger do it on every par 5 today.
that
It
shot
was
from
terrible,
Jordan.
but
Willie
Told
Z
you,
is
Fontaine.
Willie Z is
told you.
like deep in that analytics games where I forget who the guy is, but they have stats of all like risk reward shots.
Oh, okay.
And he like knows, when to go for greens, when to lay up for greens, like what yardages are advantage of where to miss on certain greens, left, right. And he's deep into that stuff.
Okay, Phil, give it up.
Seems to be working for him.
Yeah.
Oh, Phil, you got the KPMG hat on? You want to put mine on?
What does Phil have to win to complete the Grand Slam?
Yeah,
US
put the
Open.
KPMG hat on. Let's go.
Let's go, Phil.
Phil.
I just worked like a slave for mine. He just got to play golf, but they both look the same.
You have to Phil, I have to Dua Lipa. Did you see that? Truly now is official. The official endorsement of Truly is Dua Lipa.
Really?
6 song, by the way, with the baby.
I mean, she's an international phenom, so
Yeah, she's also
good
so
person
fun.
to be aligned with.
We're going for it all.
We're
so
talking Dua Lipa over here. She's goated.
Yeah, she's got 66 million followers
Yeah, she's
on Instagram.
hot as fuck.
And she's hot as fuck. And she's got 500 million people listening to her on fucking Spotify.
Dua?
Dua?
You're levitating,
Dua little.
Levitating with the baby.
Hey,
Baby.
Arabic.
I don't want to watch Phil talk. We can look
Yeah.
at him after.
Boys, I'm
Give me
gonna be
some golf
getting
shots.
some. I'm definitely gonna be getting a lot of stories this weekend. I have a very highly anticipated Murph. I will be in the Boston tri-state area, or why did I say Metro Boston area? I don't know. I don't know. This vibe
When?
is gonna be
You
hard.
said I have a highly anticipated, and then you didn't finish. What do
highly
you have a
anticipated match for Scotty Huberner on Saturday.
Ooh, Saturday? Where are you guys playing?
We got some details behind it. What's the
Wayland Park.
Wayland Country Club?
I don't know. I think it's called Wayland Park. We were gonna play Granite Links, but one of his
Expensive as
roommates
fuck.
didn't want to pay $150 for golf, which I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I guess, whatever. But yeah, no, we will. We're gonna be playing. It's gonna be a foursome. We're gonna be playing a format TJ that I actually really like. You can mix in strokes, and basically what you do is you do points for lowest individual score. So let's say it was us 4, right? And Fontaine gets a birdie and we all make pars. So Fontaine's team gets 1 point, and then lowest team total score also gets a point. So it's really, really simple and really, really easy. And obviously you mix in strokes as well, which makes it even more
But
simple.
also different too, which is good.
Yeah. So it's straightforward. So it's
attention.
so that's how we're going to be doing it. But Scott and I will be doing a match play. So I will certainly get him on the gram, and I will be tagging BogeyProof and all of it.
I appreciate it.
Very,
appreciate
very
it.
excited. Very, very excited for my match with Scotty. Very excited for it.
Brendan Grace, back from the dead.
I still don't know of Wayland Park. I know it's Wayland Country Club.
Yeah, it's a little. I think it's 15 minutes outside of Boston. I think it's a short little course. I don't think it's anything crazy. But I don't know. Classic. The only day it's supposed to rain over the next 3 weeks is Saturday. So
Yeah. Yep.
I got a little member guest action tomorrow.
Oh, is it William?
man.
Are you saying William J. Devine? That place at Franklin Park?
I think it's just Wayland Park. I have to look at it again though. My Boston geography isn't the best, and my geography.
Your geography in general is awful.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad. That's why I got TJ. TJ
Yeah.
Columbus is why I got him around.
Weather, geography, the shit that you don't like to do, I do. So
Yeah,
it's like we were leaving the golf course the other night. TJ's like, "You guys know how to get there?" I was like, "I don't know. Put it in your phone." Like, what do
Call
you
him
mean?
TJ weighs back. He just knows. So yeah, he's good with directions, and I am horrible.
The
All
last
you
Yeah.
gotta do is look at the sun, which is not good for your eyes, but know where it is, and you can know
TJ,
which
you know what I
direction to
did? You
go.
know what I did? TJ, you know what I did on my Nissan? You get you can go through a couple options, and one of them's the compass. So now I'm trying to use the compass now to figure out where I'm going and shit.
Put it away.
Thought you'd
You
appreciate
leave
that.
the gas gauge up there. What are you doing?
Oh, I got the gas gauge. That's a standard. So
Yeah.
I get that, and then I have a couple other things, and one of them's a compass. So I'm like, all right, let's use the compass.
Jeez. I still remember
It's a nightmare over here, Paul. What do you want me to tell you?
Ways back coming back from Otis that one time. Do you remember that, Brev?
Simpson, nobody cares.
What?
Get off.
I remember that. I remember the great driving display I had.
Oh, maybe he didn't go?
Oh, from
Prev was there,
Otis
'cause-
when he
Prev was
drove
there?
on the
Oh.
sidewalk?
Yeah. When he went on the guy's
That
front
must have
yard.
sidewalk.
Listen, I got to give him credit. It went from so terrible to so great so quickly.
So let me.
We were dead.
We were dead.
It was
Yeah,
late.
dead.
The roads were wet. The curb was
The roads
just
were wet. You're going 70 in a residential
No.
neighborhood.
It was more like 40. But
He
anyways,
John Rahm did make par, by the way, confirmed.
hold on. Big putt by Willie Z here.
Confirmed. John Rahm had no issue from that terrible lie to get up and down with par. Just
Yeah,
John
it was
Rahm,
late.
even into the clubhouse. If I have John Rahm in any bets or DraftKings, I am okay with where he's at. Willie Z.
And do you have any bets?
Willie Z. See, Willie Z didn't even think he was
Why are
going
they
to make
showing
that.
the FedEx Cup right now? Nobody cares.
Willie Z didn't even think he was
Show
going to
the
make that.
goal.
Yo, wait a minute. How did he make eagle on the par 4? Did he chip in on 6?
He holed out from 130 yards. He
Really?
hit a gap wedge.
When I text the group.
Landed it a little bit long and sucked it back 50
it was
feet.
sick.
Bucket.
Oh my goodness.
A tight draw too. It was beautiful.
buckets. All right, I need another one of these canned cocktails. Should I stick with the vodka soda, Teach? Oh, Jordan.
Is this
All
burger?
right, back to
Oh.
even. Sorry, I forget
yeah.
we're all on different schedules here, but let's go.
How did
Jordan.
you get in front of me? I thought you were behind me.
I don't know. You must have hit refresh at some point.
My hands are right here.
Actually, that's a lie. I refreshed because it froze on me, and it must have just got me back to live.
First of all, I mean, can we look
Kevin
at how
Streeman,
those greens look?
What's up?
How good do those greens look, honestly? I mean, just when I watched
Dude.
Jordan putt right
I
there.
want to have sex on them. Put it that way.
Cocktail break.
What I'll tell you is when I did work the BMW many moons ago, I was able to walk out with Leishman on the 18th green, and they are so cut, so perfect. They are so firm, though. Oh my goodness, dude.
Sanjay, do something for the kid.
So
Come on now.
one of my things of going to
Sanjay.
golf courses now, whether it's the putting green or the first green of the day, I press into the surface of the green to see how soft it is. And when I was playing up in Arcadia in Michigan on the coast there, I remember pushing into that green and knowing how nothing moved. And from that moment on, that was the toughest and firmest green that I ever felt. And so from there, I get a gauge off of how firm it is compared to everything else.
Murph, I know you. Sanjay, did you see the thing with Ram about how he's got to avoid service time in the South Korean military?
Yeah.
What?
If Sanjay wins an Olympic medal, then he gets to void his military service time of South Korea. If not, he will.
There's other ways you can get out of it too.
Military.
There's other ways you can get out of it too, though. I think you can win a
I'm
major
sure.
and get out of it.
I mean, if we'll be honest, I'm sure he'll find his way out of it. But either way, it's still a very interesting story, considering
No, they
how
don't.
he's really.
They don't fuck around with that. Sangmoon Bae was like 25th in the world, and they pulled him for 2 years to go do his military time when he was like 26, and he's on the Corn Ferry Tour now trying to get back. Like they don't mess around with that. He won't get out of it if he doesn't win something.
All of them have been. A lot of the South Koreans run into that
It's
issue.
interesting because is Sanjay? I mean, Sanjay's a top 25 golfer on the planet, right? I mean,
yeah. But official world golf ranking doesn't matter. It's a major or an Olympic medal. There's probably a couple more, but those are the two main ones that I'm aware of.
So are we supposed to put future bets down on Sanjay to win something coming up here? Almost seems like he's got it.
But or is that too much pressure? Like, that's hard. You're now playing for your literal livelihood.
The best principle in sports betting is what? Motivation. That's right. But what was cool though is Ram was like literally he was like, I will throw a hole to make it so Sanjay does not have to go. Like it does not have to go out there.
I mean, the thing is though, like, yes, motivated athlete, but also like that's a shit ton of pressure. Like you're playing to not go to war. Like that's different than a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, that's very different.
How do you focus, like knowing that your own government, because he's probably one of the biggest celebrities right now coming out of South Korea. How do you golf knowing your own government is staring down your throat? Like, I can't wait to put your ass in the
so much pressure. Speaking about government,
cheers to America, boys. Huh? How about that?
I don't have much, so this is a little embarrassing here. I need to get more, but cheers to our buddy, our friend of the show, Dylan Jenkins out in Kenya, grinding his ass off. He sends us a couple of videos a week of him trying to get better, putting on the perfect practice. He's growing his own grass so he can hit a 2-iron. We're sending him we're sending him some shitty balls, but one, Dylan, thank you for what you're doing. If you're watching this. And two, keep grinding, right? You're grinding in the middle of Kenya. You have terrorists all around you. It's pretty impressive. So
we respect the shit out of the love of golf in those kind of situations, in those circumstances, right? Like we love that.
And we love our armed forces more than anything, and we love Dylan, and
absolutely.
He's a legend. And Dylan and I have a very aggressive bet coming when he comes back. He will be. Him and I have 3 matches, and I have to beat him by 12 or more in every single one, or else I owe him 500. So it's gonna be fun. We're looking forward to him coming home. Can't wait for him to come back. But he's an absolute legend, and we love him, and we're excited to have him back. So.
Are those straight
He's
up?
grinding though. Hey, nothing stops this grind, boys. Right? Nothing stops this grind. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Strokes, Paul, straight up.
Word on the street. He sent you a Sudoku book because he thinks you're mentally weak and wants to even play.
Oh, Paul, you didn't hear this one?
No. He sent me a Sudoku puzzle book. It is under my desk. I used it for toilet paper the other day, actually. But yeah, he thinks he's gonna put me in a pretzel, but little does he know, I will not be outworked, and I'm coming for him. I love him and I love what he does for our country, but that just means I'm gonna go even harder, and I'm gonna slaughter him like a pig. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. But yes, confirmed. He did send me a Sudoku book. I was literally like, "What is this?" It just appeared in my house, and all of a sudden, it's a Sudoku book. I thought he was gonna send me something cool, and then he sent me this bullshit.
Yeah. You're expecting like a sick gift, or like I don't know, not even gift, but like just like some cool, like I don't know, a note or whatever, like something to say, like, "What's up, man? Like how you been?" And then he's like, "Sudoku book."
Oh, did you see the stat that just came up on the TV? By the way. Age to complete the career Grand Slam. We know who was the youngest ever, right?
Tiger.
Come on.
Next question.
Come on.
Every record ever. Tiger. Next question.
One of the funniest things in the world to me, and we should have a whole podcast on this, but one of the funniest things in the world to me is people who think Jack Nicklaus is better than Tiger Woods at golf.
Honestly, for once we get through this major season, because like I think there's enough actual golf to be talked about live that needs like attention. When we get into after the FedEx Cup finishes, and I want to say it's like Labor Day time, right? So like early September, and although there's a Ryder Cup this year too, but anyways, when golf slows down, right, that late fall through the winter for a little bit, we're gonna do like pick a topic, stuff like that. Jack versus Tiger. We're gonna do deep dives on specific tournaments. I think where we're like, all right, this one's been done a million times, but just for example purposes here, like the OA US Open, and just like everybody for a week, we all research the shit out of it, and we come out and we just like lay out and like try and find the old, on YouTube you can watch like the rounds and shit like that, like go through that and just do like. It doesn't even have to be all Tiger rounds. I mean, obviously for me, those ones mean the most, but we can do any great major finish in the last like 10 years, deep dive it, like, or pick a Ryder Cup and deep dive it since we'll be coming off one of those. Like, I think that's like going to be one of the better ways to fill like the non-golf time of year, like
for sure.
There's obviously other stuff we can talk about in like off season, and we can get into more.
What's the Ryder Cup situation like this year?
It's at Whistling in end of September.
Yeah, you don't remember the vest that I got?
The $250 vest he bought of the event that didn't happen.
Yeah, I came with this shirt, by the way.
There's no way. It didn't come with it. You made it the package.
You guys just see that iron by Willie Z?
Oh yeah. It was.
I'm about to watch. What do you think he's hitting from 214 right now? Like, what's he hitting?
I mean, it's
6?
iron. So it's got to be it's a 4 at least. It's dead into.
Oh, into the wind. That's right, 4.
Damn, they didn't trace that.
If it's downwind, if it's downwind, that's a 7 iron. But
that was a tractor beam. Is there any?
DJ sucks.
Is there any way we lose the Ryder Cup?
We haven't won one in a while. We're
Look
not
at
good.
DJ's got like 20 feet for par.
We got our asses kicked.
Some Jay.
Yeah, but we won the one before that with the Patty Reed and Rory.
Right, that was at
Aaron Hills, I think.
No,
DJ has made literally 13 pars in a row.
It was in Wisconsin or something like that.
Sanjay. I love Sanjay, man. Oh, Sanjay. Cash. Oh,
I'm rooting for him now. I didn't know that about him going to the fucking
military.
Service. Yeah. That's crazy.
Look up the Rom quote.
It was at Hazeltine in 2016. Teach. It was in Minnesota, so you had the right region. You're in the right ballpark.
That's it.
Yeah,
I thought
you're in the right ballpark, but yeah,
I wouldn't have gotten the course.
So we won that one, but that's like the only one we've won in the last like 10 years. So
gotta get it going. And this is the big one, right? Crowds back in the United States. This is gonna be fucking electric.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what's the lineup looking like? So it's gonna be DJ, Brooksy, JT, Tony. Who else?
Easy. I don't know, man. There's going to be some other guys.
Morikawa.
Speed.
Morikawa.
Can't
Speed's not in on points, but he'll be a captain.
Yeah, so right now, the standings is
Tony?
DJ, Bryson, JT, Morikawa, Schauffele, Koepka.
Schauffele.
Koepka's in it based on points?
Yeah.
But still,
he's in based on points right there.
Dude, we're loaded.
The next 5 is Patty, Tony, Berger.
Oh my God,
Webb,
Patrick
Spieth.
Reed.
I mean,
if we lose
if you get guys
the Ryder Cup again, we're a disgrace.
Like Patrick Cantlay's not up there yet. Willie
problem
Z
is, though,
make
like,
a move.
We had that same lineup going into France 2018. Like we have an advantage.
Oh my God.
We set up the course, but like we have like bombers and very average putters is what the American team is made up of. Besides Patrick Reed and Jordan, like if it comes down to a putting contest, which like most Ryder Cups do, we lose because the Europeans just are better at that. It's just like we need to.
TJ one approach, right?
What was that?
Yeah, one approach.
What was like the first Ryder Cup where they really started? The U.S. did it, where they were designing the course. Like, was it? Where was it?
Oh my gosh, Sanjay is going off. What is wrong with him?
Dude, he made like a triple earlier. Ooh, DJ with a Pro Tracer, tasty.
Oh, it was sexy. That's what my eyes were lighting up on. His DJ shot. Speaking about Ryder Cup, one guy that's on the leaderboard this week that will be in that Ryder Cup, Victor Hovland.
Yeah, again,
unfortunately, he's a problem.
He's a fucking issue.
They're gonna have problems.
Wrong.
They're gonna be loaded too, though. I mean, Rory, Vic,
Loaded.
They're gonna
Dude,
be
when you
loaded,
take the entire continent of golf and you split it into 2 teams of 8, they're all gonna be loaded. You know what I'm saying? Like they're Europe and us are just
the next
that's what
Ryder
golf
Cup
is
will
played.
probably be the best Ryder Cup we've ever seen. I'd bet. I mean, our top 5 are DJ, fucking JT, Bryson, Schauffele. Like the whole lineup is just up and down. It's just insane. But they are
just
too.
gonna be it all honestly. I think what Ryder Cups come down to, because if you just look on paper, think about the matchups and the formats and shit like that. Like we should have won a lot of the ones recently, but it's all about like putting the right 2 people together and them working off each other and like their games working together to get better versus them like fighting each other the whole day. Like not literally fighting, but their games not working with each other and like getting that right matchup against somebody else. Like it feels like we always put our best guys out against their best guys and their best guys buzzsaw our guys.
Hot take: does Ricky Fowler ever play a Ryder Cup again?
God, no.
Yeah.
No way.
Yes, he does.
No way.
When?
There's so many young guys now, dude.
There's
He's
too
older.
many, TJ. There's too many young guys that are. Colin Morikawa is already better than Ricky Fowler has ever been in his life.
And he's 24, and he's younger than us.
Well,
yeah.
Is
he even 24?
I hope so. Jesus. If he's younger than that.
Did you guys hear the content this week about Ricky playing some rounds with MJ? And he goes like, yeah, I'm playing a little bit better because I'm not losing money to MJ, so I'm getting a little bit more confidence.
That's in the water. Goodbye, Sergio. Oh my
Kevin
God, that was so
Streelman
close.
doing the damn thing, huh?
Kevin Streelman's good, dude.
Come on. God
He's
damn
not
it.
bad at golf. I've picked him in DraftKings 1,000 times.
Remember
wins
Brendan
the
Steele
Kiawah.
and fucking Streelman, Kevin Streelman? Those are like 2 of the same guys.
We talk about that all the time, TJ. Everyone has a doppelganger. Those 2 players are the same person.
Same person. I can't figure it out. Like
I
your
mean,
Corey
dude,
Connors and Kokrak.
Brendan Steele and Kevin Streelman are staple value
So
DraftKings players.
Similar.
Okay, yeah. If you're going by their game, yes. I was just gonna say Brendan Steele's about a foot taller than Kevin Streelman in like doppelgangers. But their
Your
golf
boy
game
Webb,
is very similar.
Fontaine, your boy Webb isn't doing too hot today, huh?
He's terrible. I don't know why they show him on
off
TV.
lately, huh? And hey, he's on
I
that
think he's
Ryder
hurt.
Cup list, isn't he? And he's nasty. I mean, what do we talk? I know you hate him, but he's nasty. I mean, come on.
He won't be. If he's on the Ryder Cup, it's a captain's pick, I think, because he hasn't. Like,
He's been pretty damn good the last couple of years.
He's 10 right now in the standings.
Yeah,
dude,
you got to win. You have to win to get the points for those because, like,
he is no joke.
Like, think about the list. Tony like, who's been better the last 3 years? Him or Finau?
Not even. Oh well, Tony's just.
And Finau's not in on points.
No, I mean, I don't feel like Tony's had no cojones. Like, you need some cojones to play a Ryder Cup, man.
Do you think Webb has cojones? He's got a fucking 600.
That's true.
5 hybrid. Oh!
Jordan's in the rough.
Jordan stinks.
This ball's in the ocean.
What about Zalatoris?
Oh,
Does Zalatoris have a shot to make this Ryder Cup team?
Yeah, he can.
He could definitely get in on a captain's pick.
He's a sick bastard. He has nothing better to do with his life than just play golf. Literally every week. He's I want everything.
I think
you gotta play.
Stricker.
He's too young. He needs to
in
be
an
in
interview. He's like, if he keeps it up, I mean, I can't not pick him or something like that going into this week.
But again, it's so much can happen in 3 months.
We got 2 more majors.
So much golf.
A lot of golf to be played.
Yeah.
Tons of golf. And actually, I wanted to ask this question to you guys on the topic of like 3 rounds left. What's your overreaction of the week or of today, right? What's a guy that you saw so much promise for that you're like, I'm riding him for the next 3 days? So we'll call it the overreaction of the day. What do you guys think? Fontaine, you can go if you want.
Brooks.
I
did not legitimately consider him to win this week. And after today, granted, he probably had a little less wind in the morning wave, but he started on the back, which we talked about. I think is harder. And for him to double the first hole and then get in at 3 under, I just think he's healthy enough to hit the shots he wants to hit, which he talked about in his presser. And it's like, it's a dangerous man. When it comes to majors, he's just mentally better than a lot of other people out there.
Yeah.
He just has a different mindset about it. He
Perfectly
doesn't think
said.
about his golf swing. He doesn't think about anything else. He just he turns it into like football. You know, like he's just like, I'm gonna beat you. He doesn't think about his golf ball or anything like that.
Yeah.
He turns it into a different sport when it comes to majors. And if he's healthy enough to do what he did today, he's healthy enough to do that for a few days, I think, bearing something weird happening where if he puts himself in a weird spot in a bunker and like aggravates it or make it worse, I'm going. I mean, if this leaderboard stays as is, I know I picked Hovland at the beginning of the week to win, which he's in second right now or tied second with all these guys.
Yeah,
I would switch my pick to Brooks right now. That's my overreaction.
That was I think you said that perfect. I think Brooks doesn't really. I think a lot of these guys out here these days, dude, can get real technical with their golf game, and he's just like, he has almost like, he gives me like that kind of old school. When he goes into major, he gives me kind of that old school Tiger feel. Like, I'm just gonna go out there and kick your ass, and there's nothing you're gonna do about it.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And I love that. You know,
he's just gonna look you in the face and be like, "Let's go, buddy. Let's see what you got."
That's why when I made 5 lineups this week, and I was like, if I don't put Brooks on a lineup, I'm an asshole. And when Brett and I were talking about it before, he made a good point. He's like, I put money on Brooks to win. I was like, honestly, he was like, you're never gonna get Brooks at 50-1 ever again to win a tournament. I was like, you're absolutely right about that. Like, he goes out there with the mentality, like, he doesn't give a shit about how to, like, shaping shots. I mean, he does, but like, he's just like, I'm gonna go out there and do the best I can.
It doesn't consume his mind. He steps up to a shot and he's like, all right, what do I gotta do to, like, you know, do this correctly? But it's like, that's his thought, not like, okay, I gotta keep my left arm a little bit straighter, hold it off at the top, and like blah blah blah. Like, all right, how do I get this ball as close to the hole as possible? All right, let's do it. If it doesn't work out, then he goes up to, he's like, all right, how do I get this one as close as possible? And like, his mindset.
You listen to Greller and Spieth and everything, like, you hear them when they're mic'd up, and you can hear like how they go back and forth, and they just don't stop. Like, they're just like, you do this, you never hear that with Brooks. Never. You never hear him with this caddy.
He's an alpha, dude. He's just such an alpha. I'm not saying
he doesn't use his caddy. He absolutely does. But like,
isn't Jordan, his brother or something?
No. Yeah. But just like Jordan and Greller are just back and forth for 5 minutes before every shot. Brooks just steps up and it's like, I'm going to use my balls and I'm going to hit this the way I know how, and that's it.
Here's the thing, though. I think that has a lot to do with the caddy realizing the player's personality, right? If Jordan doesn't have that structure, Jordan becomes a mess mentally, right?
Exactly.
So you need to keep him in check, where you got to ask him certain questions that don't cross that line of making you second guess something, but you need to ask the question in a way of getting you to think and logically thinking to yourself that you have
to Jordan needs to convince himself of every shot, where Brooks is like, I'm going to hit the shot. So it's like Jordan has to like kind of confirm what he's thinking with Greller, and that's what that back and forth, I think, is a lot. It's like, hey, I'm seeing this, I'm feeling this with the wind. You know, this pin's front, I'm thinking this type of shot, yada, yada, yada. He needs like that confirmation for Greller to be like, yup, love it. And then he can, like, that's how he's in his best mindset to execute a golf shot, where Brooks is like, give me the 9-iron, get out of my way.
That's what makes Tiger Woods the best golfer of all time, right? Nobody trusted their ability more in any sport ever than Tiger Woods in golf. Nobody. No one. That's what makes him the best.
All right, guys, I gotta break this up real quick. Shane Lowry just had a lie in the bunker.
I saw that, dude.
Couldn't get a swing on it, so decided to punch it in the same bunker. And punching it's not even the right way. I should probably say chip.
He just inside the bunker. He didn't chip that. He jabbed it. He duffed it into the bunker.
No. I think he was trying to do that on purpose. It looked like he was completely fine with that.
Berger was +6 today.
Yeah, he got out of the bat slow.
What did he do?
That was
week.
He did nothing.
But to go on the overreaction for the week, and it's going to piggyback off of one of my picks for the week. Justin Rose shot 1 under today.
In the house, 1 under?
In the house, 71. So I'm really excited about that.
And my big staple this week, and I apologize again for not being on the Tuesday recording, but my thing was I wanted all the European guys who know what they're doing in this wind. I have a lot of Terrell Hatton this week. My spirit animal. I love my boy Terrell. He got in the clubhouse at 1 under today, I believe.
He did.
I like the guys who know what they're doing and who are used to these elements. I want that. I like element guys this week, Matt Fontaine. That's what I'm looking for.
That's our word this week. Is
got a little Canadian.
That's what it's all about.
Right?
You got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's who's going to play best this week.
Mm-hmm. And I like my play was Terrell this week, and he was actually going to be my pick of the week because my top 10 of the week. I like Terrell because I like guys that the elements will take you out of your own head. Right? When you're at a course like Byron Nelson and you're like, okay, I'm just got to go out there and try to go off, like you get lost in your own head. But when you actually have to think on a golf course, it's like, okay, that's going to distract me from my usual dog shit attitude like Terrell Hatton has. You know what I mean? So that's where, Victor, you guys both said that you guys were picking Victor, and Victor was my overreaction, TJ. I had a full fade of Victor Hovland this week, and I am getting absolutely bent over and punished for it, which I deserve because he's just so good. But yeah, he's tremendous and clearly showing it. It's just going to be a great tournament finish, man. It's going to be awesome.
It's so stacked. It's so close. We have no idea what's going to go on. And because it's so close, right? You can have somebody who's 3, 4, 5 over. They can catch hot tomorrow when everybody's moving back because it's going to be really gusty. We could definitely see a lot of
firing on, by the way. But Jay gets hot into the clubhouse. Give me Sanjay's matchup tomorrow, Paul. Paul, we like momentum, Paul. Give me fucking Sanjay
Hold on a second.
matchup tomorrow.
I'm trying to get some Sox bets in here. You gotta get a little baseball parlay going.
Best team in baseball.
Yeah, dude. But Prev, I just saw that Sanjay putt too. For him to get it back to 2 under after getting out early in 2 under, and then giving it back and getting over par, and then getting back to 2 under, battling. That's what you like to see.
Sanjay is the truth, bro. Like that boy doesn't really have many holes to his game. Like he's another guy. Like if his head's there, like he's the kind of guy he will literally go off. Or Paul, we touched on this, and one of my favorite Paul quotes on the BogeyProof podcast yet was the Patrick Reed segment about when he misses the cut, he misses the cut. Sanjay's the same way. When Sanjay misses the cut, he literally will go out there like Cam Champ today and shoot 80 million. Like 80
Cam Champ
Sanjay's the same way. Cam Champ shot like 100 today. Like same deal.
Willie Z, here we go. What do we got here for out of the
kid?
He's such a little scrawny little bastard.
He might be my overreaction of the day too now because
what a laser beam. What was that?
He hasn't finished yet, and he's impressing me more and more. The shot on 17,
Willie Z is fucking awesome.
I like Willie Z.
I need him to win.
He's emotionless.
He's an easy guy to root for.
Card.
Oh my gosh! Get up!
I'm just slugging.
I told the group to fade Rory this week. Let me ask you guys a question. When was the last time that he won back-to-back tournaments that he played?
Rory McIlroy's the easiest fade in DraftKings history.
2014, he won 2 majors and 2 WGCs in a row. Or wait, he won majors, WGC, major, and then some other bullshit.
Because if he was back and he was the highest guy in DK and the highest overall odds,
I'm not saying he's gonna win.
That's why I did him.
He just and I think we kind of hit on it about the is that Carlos
Kai-Hoon Lee, fucking beast.
I
think for Rory,
by the way, he was 6,500.
We said it at Quail Hollow. He didn't win because he drove it well. He won because of his iron play and his putting that week, which is not the norm for him. But he drove it like shit today, and you can't miss fairways at this course. So that's why he shot the over. I think his irons were really good today, and he actually scrambled pretty well. He just missed too many fairways. You can only get up and down so many times, So if he all of a sudden like flips the switch with the driver, which he's very capable of doing, I think he has the potential to go out and shoot, 4 under tomorrow, and all of a sudden he's right back in the mix and maybe 3 or 4 back going into the weekend. That's what I'm hoping for because I'm a Rory guy. I'm obviously pulling for him. But to your point, TJ, he wasn't he won at Quail Hollow, but he didn't win in enough of a fashion to be like, oh, yeah, we're back to 2014. And he definitely showed that today. He only hit like 4 fairways. You just can't do that in a major championship and expect to be in contention.
Boys, I'm about to go eat some dinner. I'm absolutely starving. But what I do want to hear right now after this round, TJ, I want to start with you. Who do you think, if you had to put $5,000 on somebody right now to win this tournament, who would it be?
Brooks Koepka, without a doubt. I mean, at the end of the day, there's not a competitor and that's under par right now that I want more than him. There is no bigger competitor. And we talked about this on the podcast too, right? Where it doesn't matter if you're hurt or it's a tough course. It's rising to the cream of the crop when like shit's not going your way. We talked about Tiger back in the U.S. Open when he had Rocco Mediate on a torn ACL, put the injury aside and found a way. There's some sick fucks in the world that compete better than everybody else, and I'm putting $5,000 on Brooks Koepka. End of story.
Matt, $5K.
It has to be Brooks.
Okay. Well, Paul,
crazy I'm saying that.
We'll drive to New Jersey and make it happen.
I hate it's crazy we're saying that after almost. I mean, like say it's 50-1 this week, and like not even considering them. But given the way this course played today and the winds, it's going to be consistent-ish, right? Like the wind miles per hour might vary a little bit, but same type of wind, similar elements the next couple days at least, and it switches Sunday. Nobody grinds better than he does. Nobody just finds a way to put it in the hole, even if it looks like shit, better than he does. And that's what you need to do to win majors. I can just so easily see Corey Connors getting really cold with the putter tomorrow and that feeding into the rest of his game. And all of a sudden he brings everybody back and he finishes at like 2. I think Victor
Corey Connors is going to win this tournament, I'm sorry. But
it was between Brooks and Victor for me. And I just think in my head, I'm picturing Sunday final group, Brooks and Victor together in that final group, and Brooks
Victor will win a tournament at some point.
I just see like if Brooks and Victor in that final group on Sunday, there's no way Brooks loses that. Like Brooks and Victor looking at each other in the eye, like Victor's gonna shit himself. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing to take away from Victor. He's a fucking world-class player. I think he's top 10 in the world right now. But it's like you haven't been there on a major yet, and you haven't not been there. Like, Brooks Koepka is a gladiator in the major, so it's like you're up against a lot.
If him and Victor are in the same group, he's gonna get learned. He's gonna get learned quick. But dude,
he'll probably turn that around and win at Torrey if that's what happens.
I looked at this leaderboard and I've watched the young, soon-to-be young GOAT, Collin Morikawa play, and I love when he just sneaks around top 10. I love him at 7th, just hanging around.
I'm sorry, he's not winning this week, but his putting was garbage.
Careful.
It doesn't matter.
All it takes TJ
I love that.
All it takes TJ is one good day to roll it good. That's all it takes.
Dude, he was 7 back at last PGA after day 1. He is very much in this golf tournament.
The way he plays, he doesn't need to putt well to win. He hits everything so goddamn close to the hole.
And,
I know.
And he made an absolutely abysmal bogey today on the 3rd hole. He was 118 yards out, missed the green left, then chipped it off the green again and barely made a bogey. So, like, that 200 today, like, there's more offense there than 200 shows. So it's like
So what you're saying is it was a bad 2 under par today.
Yes. Like he probably should have been 3 or 4.
Right.
And like
I feel like Brooks was a bad
100%. I'm just saying for Morikawa though, like he was 6 back or 7 back after day 1 at Harding Park when he ended up winning. Like if this plays as hard as it's gonna play, like he's very much in this golf tournament. And like, honestly, again, you look, because in majors, it's a little bit different where you can't just look at the leaderboard. You have to look at the experience of those in the leaderboard. And he's actually, I mean, it was pre-COVID or it was during COVID, so no fans or whatever, but like He's been in a major. He's been in that group on Sunday. He's been in the mix. Like I don't think he's gonna like stare down Brooks Koepka and beat him, but he could get out in front of Brooks Koepka and hang on the way he kind of plays golf. Like they actually, and totally ripping off Chambly here because I watched like the live from last night on Golf Channel. Collin Morikawa from like 170 to 200 yards, his average proximity is like 3 feet better than everybody else on tour.
That's
so like
disgusting.
it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you talk about just how many and like especially this golf course, right? We're talking about 7,800 yards into the wind. You're hitting a shit ton of long irons.
Yeah,
he's the best long iron player on the planet right now.
Yeah,
and he showed comparisons from that to Tiger in his heyday, and Tiger in like gap from the next best guy was very similar to where Morikawa is right now. And obviously being a Tiger guy, like that just gives me vibes of like
greatness.
Like if he just like he has to putt halfway decent. You can't putt like shit and win. But like Paul said, he doesn't have to putt well. It's just gotta be it just has to not be horrendous. Like it just can't hurt him. It doesn't have to help him. It just can't hurt him.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It just has to be mediocre.
I mean, he's taken some of the best swings I've ever seen golfers take, I think. Like early. I mean,
Just
that driver he hit last year was at Harding Park on 16. That driver swing was truly one of the best golf swings I've ever seen anyone take in my life.
The thing is, every swing he takes looks like that. You know, like it's just such a good rhythm, tempo. He just hits
you watch him on those
time.
tailor-made YouTube videos and like just watch him hit 6 irons, and it's just like, wow.
Dude, shout out to like Tiger Woods Legion or whatever we follow on Instagram right now. They put out a couple like teaser, like 1 minute videos of him and Tiger hitting iron shots and like talking through with like a rep that's there and like it's into the wind and they're hitting all these different shots, different clubs, all the same flag. Him and Tiger like talking through how to hit irons was like literal porn. Like it was unbelievable the things that they think about and how good they are. It was crazy.
That guy's a stud. If you guys don't, I mean, honestly, TaylorMade on YouTube is one of the best follows there is. That guy's a stud. I forgot his name. Easy look up. It's like Zalati or something. I can't think of his name. But the guy who does it, that British guy, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep,
the guy who hosts all those.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a stud. He's a stud. But
you
listen, gentlemen, I'm gonna go eat. I am so hungry, but looking forward to a great finish this weekend. Can't wait to watch.
It's
I think I'm live firing Morikawa.
God damn you, Willie.
Yeah, I really love I like that, Prev, because you're gonna get awesome odds on him at 3 back and a lot of people at 3 under him in front of him. I think you get pretty good odds. I know he's T7, right?
T7 right now.
But
put it on Phil. That's probably a better odd.
But I don't trust fucking 80 Phil.
Tomorrow.
Wow, my gosh, that was a good putt from Willie. All right, boys, listen, been a pleasure. Like I said, I'm live firing Morikawa. Enjoy the vodkas tonight. I am going to go eat and maybe, some other things too. But we'll talk soon. Murph, I'll be up here.
What are you alluding to?
No, let him run away with that.
Don't worry. The PG podcast.
Cheers.
All right.
PG.
All right, gentlemen.
It's rated R.
We will we'll be back on soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Cheers, brother. Enjoy.
See you
later.
Another bogey for Jordan.
Tough, man.
I kind of you can't make 5 or 4 bogeys in a round.
No.
You got to keep it to 2 and then have your offense get you to a couple under.
Oh man. McIntyre. I'm just doing
Paulie, what's your overreaction today? Who do you
Yeah, let me get to you, Paul.
I don't know.
Who do you immediately rule out after what you saw, or who do you like he's winning?
I've been scrolling the leaderboard, like looking for somebody that's just like WTF, and I don't know. I haven't had a chance to. I haven't watched a lot. Good to see Omar Uresti 8 over today. That's big Scumbag.
Yeah, we need him out of here.
Yeah, get him out.
Martin Laird 2 under. He was 4 under at one point. Pissed me off.
I mean, I didn't see
I
didn't see Max Homa make. Oh, what are you doing? 17. He made a 7.
He was quiet.
He made a 7
on 17. Yeah.
What? What?
He shot 6 over, and that's 4 right there. So I mean, he had a good round, really. Besides 17.
No, he didn't. Did he really?
A waste bunker into the water, penalty.
So he went
Popped
long
in the bunker. Then he punched out, hit 1 to 3 feet, missed
Yikes.
that. Yeah.
He was 1 under at one point, and then from 12 to 18, he hit the gauntlet.
Yeah.
I would say I remember seeing a few of his shots when I was watching the early, broadcast or whatever on ESPN Plus, and I was like, Max, like doing pretty well without his own normal caddy, and yikes.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to say here about just this course, which I really like and I appreciate, and what I don't like about Augusta, is Augusta has a hard stretch, but it's earlier on. As you finish late, it gets easier. And you kind of – I know 4 through 6 is really tough at Augusta.
Oh, yeah, 4 through 6 super hard, but I was going to say 10, 11, 12 are super hard, and then 6 –
not to these guys, though, because they were scoring. They were scoring on Amon's corner. They were scoring on Amon's corner, not 12, but
obviously 13, 14, 15, yes. That 3 in the middle there, those are for sure scoreable. 16, depending on where they put the pin, that's either a very hard par 3 or like a birdie or a double par 3. Like sometimes you get the start going, but 17, 18 are 17's 480 up the hill, par 4. Yeah. The green's not crazy, but I get your point. They make 17 look easier than it is. 18's a beast. It's but I get your point of this. The way this is setting up, I mean, the wind's going to switch and kind of fuck it up, but 15 through 18 or 14 through 18, I don't know where it starts, but are brutal.
15 through 18.
Yeah, where Augusta sprinkles it, right? They go 4 through 6, like 7's hard, 9's hard, 8 par 5 in between that to make it easy. 10, 11, 12 suck. 13, 14, 15 are easy. Then 16, 17, 18 are pretty tough. They're a lot more like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah. Where this is like have fun, you're dead.
You're dead. Literally, you're dead. And that's what I like. You have to take advantage of something that's early and then late. You just got to scratch and claw and just survive. And I'd rather have that in a major than kind of be all over, do like really tough, really easy, really tough, really easy. Like, we know what we're getting into. We have a stretch where you got to capitalize from 6 to 13. And then we got 14 and really 15 through 18 where
now
you have zero clue what's going to fucking happen.
You guys watched, about 13 more hours of this shit than I did today. Are the holes actually difficult, or are they difficult because of the weather and the wind?
Difficult because of the weather and the wind.
So that's just
because there's 3 holes that they actually moved up today because of what's going on.
They're not hard. They're not easy holes though either. They're like they would be really good par 4s and 3s, but when you get the wind in it, they become basically impossible kind of thing. Like they go from like just being really good and really hard holes to being impossible holes where you're grinding to make par.
So let's see. So I guess technically, according to the course, 4 is the hardest hole on the course.
And usually 18 is supposed to be the hardest.
18 second hardest.
18 had like no birdies back in 2012. I could be off on that.
2 and 16, 9. So I guess like that middle stretch of holes, 16, 17, 18 are all some of the hardest holes.
It's really 6 through 13 where the wind it's downwind. And like Brooks said today, you have to, or some of the guys, actually a lot of guys were saying you have to take advantage of those holes that are going downwind.
And those are the easiest holes. Well, besides besides 9 is number
I
5
think
handicap.
what did 1 play today? Because I think 1's fairly easy. Off the tee, if you hit the fairway, it's less than it's about 403 or something like that, and should be easy for these guys to hit the green and at least have a chance for a birdie attempt. If not, it's an easy par. You go anywhere off, and that's everywhere on this entire course. You go anywhere off just the slightest bit, you're getting yourself in some serious trouble. I mean, we've seen it multiple times today where you're not too far off, but you're off a tad and you're in the wasteland. You are in some lie that you don't want to hit. I mean, we saw Shane Lowry by that bunker where he chipped it into the bunker. I saw JT today who had some shit ass lie, just BB it right in front of him into the rough and just kind of roll up and like double a hole. I've seen some there's some guys that just really made them.
So I think with the Shane Lowry thing, yeah, I didn't listen to it, so I could be dead wrong. I was trying to listen to what him and the caddy were saying with the rules official. I think it had a lot to do with the decision. He could have taken an unplayable, but when you take it unplayable, you can't improve your lie. Like, it has to stay in the same nature. So I think they were arguing whether his ball was in the bunker or not. And so
they really probably was in the bunker, so he couldn't.
If it was in the bunker, then he could take a drop in the bunker. But I think they said it was out of the bunker, and so he would have had to take a different drop somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
And I think that was the decision. Where if he was in the bunker, then he could just move like a club length to drop it in the bunker. He probably would have had to place it because it would roll down the face. And so I think that was the conversation they were having, but I couldn't. I was trying to listen to it. I couldn't really hear too much of it.
Yeah, no, it was. It seemed pretty. I was staring at it, I couldn't believe what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
And here goes Ron. Ron's got an interesting. He's got. Oh my God, he looks like he's 50 yards in the rough shooting for par here. Oh my God, this is.
Hey, Ron.
He's still. Oh, sorry, that's DJ. Oh shit, that's DJ.
Yeah,
Holy crap!
Missed that one. Watching?
Oh, yeah, Ron, I don't think is out there anymore. But DJ was shooting 450 yards. He's got a bogey putt from about 20-25. So.
Yeah, DJ. I don't know if he's hurt or if he's just a little out of it. He started missing left with the driver today. I saw, which for a guy who plays a cut, that is literally the worst miss on the planet because that means you have no idea where your club face is at on the way through.
Yeah. He's
probably. I got a swing tip video coming out on the cut. I know I put the draw out this week. I got the cut video ready to roll. TJ, I'm trying to send it to you, but it's a little too long to send via phone, so I got to figure out some way to get it to you so you can edit it like you did the draw video. But when you are trying to play a cut and you double cross yourself, that's it's got to be the worst missing golf. Right?
You're telling me.
If you're trying to hit a cut, maybe even get it in the air with a cut, and you hit the low left thing, you couldn't be in a worse spot. It's just then I'm no Butch Harmon here, but if DJ is missing left, that means either he's not where he thinks he is at setup, or he's getting up top and he's dropping it a little bit. Let me turn a little bit here this way. He's getting up here, right, backswing, and he's dropping it here. Although he's got the hinge, so confidence up, but he's not holding it up there and then coming down. He's getting a little flat at the top and then kind of coming and flipping it a little bit more through the ball versus being up top and be able to hold it off with that left hand and hit that nice, rip fade that he always hits. I don't know. I saw in his front nine, he just he had 2 or 3 where he actually pulled the driver out. And all of a sudden, I was like, whoa, that's left. Mm-hmm. It also, again, back to Kiawah, right? Could very well just be he's trying to turn one down into the wind and kind of jumping at it a little bit and kind of because he's trying to hit it low, either really smothering it or doing something like that. That could very well be the case given, conditions out there. But
the other thing could be too is, it's an open course. There's no trees, I know that it's a major, so they have all the infrastructure and the pavilions and all built up, but Maybe he's just not seeing it well off the tee. He doesn't have his lines. He doesn't know what he's
That's
aiming
a good
at.
point. Yeah, that's a good
You
point.
know?
There's no, oh yeah, this tree over here, hit it that and cut it off of that. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that.
So you have so
Oh.
many practice rounds, and I'm sure he's played here a number of times before. But courses change over 9 years when you last play him in a major.
Yeah, and God forbid they change the tees. Your numbers are not what they were 10 years ago, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and so just getting lines off the tee boxes can be so tough with these style courses.
Yeah,
And that's that's a great point, Paul. I didn't even think about that. And that even helps my emphasis on the European guys this week and why I don't think some of the guys that are in the top 7 that are going to do as well. Because the majority of the guys in the top 7 are Americans.
I mean, I heard from a few people that more players played practice rounds earlier in this week than any other major.
Yes.
Like there was a ton of players out on the course Monday and Tuesday playing 9, 18, going back out, playing another 9, just trying to learn the golf course.
I heard that from SVP. He was saying, SVP is a guy, not to cut you off, but SVP is a guy who goes, they work the Masters, they work this, they work, a lot of big golf tournaments. And even if ESPN's not working them, he's usually at them because he's a big golf guy. And he said, I think it was in No Laying Up's interview, he was like, when I was there on Monday, like normally I just hang out at the range and that's where everybody's at. He's like, I was at the range and I'd see everybody, but like they'd be in and out because they were going out there and playing more than anybody I've ever seen. He's like, they're doing their homework here more than I've seen in any major ever.
Yeah. It's just one of those courses that, it's tough to map out.
And like similar to what I think Prev was trying to get at earlier, like gives me some Shinnecock vibes where that place as well. It's, fescue lined and no trees and linksy, but obviously not overseas and what the true links golf is. And it's one of those where you kind of gotta really have some trust because like where you're lining up and your lines you're picking, depending on the type of golfer you are or whatever, like some people need to be like, all right, I'm going to hit it at this and turn it versus like I need it to finish here. Like sometimes the way people's brains work or they swing, like there's only certain ways you can hit shots. And it's like, that's definitely a factor. I think, again, back to your point, Paul, I think No Laying Up said something similar earlier this week on the preview pod about Jordan, because for a guy who's been struggling with the driver in the last, year or so, like it's obviously been much better the last few months. But for a guy who figured it out by just playing a hard cut, like he doesn't have a start line anymore. It's hey, yeah, I'm aiming left, but like, what am I looking at to start this round and then bend it off?
Yeah.
Thomas Peters on one today. Basically chipped in with a 3-wood or 3 hybrid.
You might see that a lot this week.
Some more cow do it earlier.
Did you?
Yep. He did it on 2, I think.
Who did that?
Or maybe 11. I forget. Maybe I don't know if he started on 10 or 1, but it was his second hole of the day. It was a par 5, so it was either 2 or 11. He was just short, and he like 3-wood up to 6 feet and made it.
Wow.
I'm actually, all things considered, from Morikawa, I'm like super impressed at how well he came out of the gates today, given defending and like his first time defending a major, probably his first time defending any tournament, because he won the Barracuda first. Then he was too good to be in that, so he didn't have to go defend it because it was like that's an off-field event for the Masters. So the next year after that, he was in the Masters, so he didn't have to go to it. Or maybe it's not the Masters, it might be a different one, but you get my point. And then he won the work day at Muirfield or whatever. Like that was a COVID event that doesn't normally happen every year, so he didn't have to defend that. And then he won the WGC at Concession, which the WGC happens every year, but he didn't. It's never at Concession. I don't know if he's ever had to defend one of his PGA Tour victories. Now that I'm talking this through, so this is like probably his first attempt at it, and that's a pretty damn good effort out of day one. 2 under, right? T7, like really impressive. And like outside of just like that actual mindset and the golf aspect, like he had to do way more media shit this year than he ever has, right? Like,
and it's a major.
and like all that stuff, like all the extra videos and whatever else he did. Like it's his first go around at those. It's leading up to the tournament like this. Like
the PGA has a ton of its own little like ritual type of things where
I never knew they had a dinner.
Yeah, they have a champions dinner, and every winner's allowed back or whatever, that kind of stuff. So it's just another night that you got to think about that. Okay, well, I can't be in the lab thinking about or mapping out a course, looking at a yardage book, playing the course out in my head, whatever he does. I don't know.
It's interesting stuff.
This is an interesting tournament. Like we said, there's going to be a lot of shit that
honestly, in recent memory, I cannot think of. I mean, obviously, Augusta always delivers just because of like everybody's. It's like shock and awe, right? You're just blessed to be seeing it, right? Where this tournament, more than most others, has lived up to the hype like unbelievably.
Oh my gosh!
Where's KH Lee going with that one? Oh God, that hit a guy.
Almost killed somebody.
I didn't want to get too crazy here, but
I saw you react. I immediately switched tabs over to the coverage. But back to my point, this tournament, for a major perspective, has delivered on the hype going into it. I think better than anywhere else.
Who is this Ben Cook guy?
Ben Cook? Who's Ben Cook?
Is he a club pro?
I mean, with that outfit, I hope he is.
Because he looks like he's ready to just start popping transfusions tomorrow morning.
Yeah, look at that shirt. He needs a cocktail.
The shirt, the rope hat.
Let's get him a dogfish.
Director of instruction.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
PGA, there you go. Yankee Spring Golf Course in Michigan.
He looks like he's ready just to he needed a dogfish cocktail on the 9th hole.
Yeah, the little turn and burn him with the strawberry lemonade.
Yeah. Oh, those videos of John Daly warming up with a heater going on the putting green this morning.
In a large
beautiful. That was beautiful. That's just.
How about the big fella birdie in the first too? Out of the gate firing.
Little chip in start, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, there used to be stories of guys doing that at like Augusta, playing in the Masters back when smoking wasn't as big of a deal as it is now. I guess where it's almost like frowned upon to do that. Guys would play in the Masters, just ripping heaters, having a cigar, whatever, and just be ashing on the greens and all that stuff.
You see the old
pissing off the green jackets.
See the old Arnold Palmer shots of him just like ripping a heater on like the 12th or the 12th tee or whatever.
Yeah,
awesome. Enhancing.
In those old the green jackets would just hate it.
Oh yeah,
be livid. But they're like, we just do not care.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Like
nowadays, if a top 10 player in the world pulls out a cigarette on a hole, I mean, geez, there goes his PIM bonus.
Yeah, literally.
It's derogatory. Knock him down.
Patrick Cantlay, welcome to the program.
This is going to be my last guy here that I watch, and then I'm going to head off for the evening here.
Yeah. I think this might be the last group, so it's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
Folks, for all those listening still, coverage early tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. or 7 maybe a.m.
7.
ESPN Plus.
7, same thing. Yeah.
7 ESPN Plus. Get the subscription. It's $6. Relax. Just pay it to watch the golf.
Just get that combo deal with Hulu and Disney Plus for like $12 a month.
Exactly.
I'll Venmo the first person that DMs us saying, "Can you Venmo me $6 for ESPN Plus?"
Literally just giving away money here at the end of our shows. People need to listen all the way through.
Yeah.
Listen all the way through. You'll get some. Saw Cantlay there. Hey, I'll take a one.
He had 2 eagles today and didn't even shoot under par.
By the way, I consider the leaders at 3 under. I don't consider Corey Connors being the leader at 5 under. Am I okay of doing that? Because my thinking is
he's not going to come back, but at the same time,
oh yes, fuck this guy.
For somebody chasing, you got to consider it to be 5. Omar. Oh shit! It might be a good shot.
This guy's a hack.
All right. On that note, we got a guy riding on the beach, and that is me riding off in the sunset for today.
All right, Siege. Appreciate you popping on.
All right, boys.
Well,
Good
you good to
talk.
call it?
Yeah.
Fontaine,
Sounds
send me
good,
over the video. Split it up in half and half. Recording.
Yeah, well, I'll send it over for you to chop up. Paulie, thank you for being the man behind the scenes here, organizing all this stuff,
Yeah.
getting to
Thank you,
TJ,
Paul.
thanks for hopping on. We will we'll try to get another one of these in this weekend. Hopefully Sunday we get one in and do a live recap of whoever comes out holding the Wanamaker. But this is a lot of fun. Kiawah's delivering on all aspects, and I'm looking forward to a good weekend of golf coming up, boys. So cheers, TJ. I think I've had 3 of these canned cocktails, and
Cheers.
I'm
They're
comfortably.
fucking great, man.
Cheers.
Fucking great.